I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And Jelpy and Ghosty in our Christmas PJs still, because we're doing the same recording back to back.
Not unlike the waves, Agalloch.
Yeah, this is for the big homie Calendros.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty excited. We did an Agalloch song before, I'm pretty sure. I think we liked it. They're kind of like a... I don't know how to describe them. They're like trancey almost. Kind of get a trance listen to them. So I think there was like a in the shadow of our pale companion. I think was the name of the song.
Yep.
I'm not sure though.
I think you're right.
For timely topical political commentary, you can hit us up at Middle America with Vin and Sori. And if you want to contribute to the cuteness, here's Juju.
Oh, are we putting a picture?
The Juge. Well,
you think she's okay with that?
They're all over. Well, we'll check. But anyway, we've got a baby registry for we had another village baby, and the name of the village baby is Juju. And if you want to take part in Juju's beautiful life, you know what's going to be crazy is like when she's like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
She can hear herself get mentioned, and then she can see, hey, your little pack and play, your nasty ass pack and play.
Your nasty ass pack and play.
But you ruined.
But don't say that word.
Yeah, don't say that word, Juju.
Mr. Vin's bad.
Like she's gonna be able to be like, yo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
People were thinking about me. They cared about. It's a pretty crazy thing we have.
I was loved all over the world.
Yeah, literally, all over the world, people are coming through for this girl. So, anyway,
if you want to participate, link is in the description of this video.
Help out if you can. If you can't monetarily, what about praying for her? Praying for Juju?
Sending good vibes.
Sending good vibes.
Poems.
Whatever you want to call it. Poems. Oh, we had a poem for. I'm gonna ask.
We have to open up our gifts because we've got a poem in one of our gifts.
Yes, I'm gonna ask the big homie if we can read the poem.
He already said we could.
Oh, we could? Okay.
Yeah.
So next main stage one, we'll do it. But for now, we are listening to Agalloch, Not Unlike the Waves. Let's go.
Go.
You know who was with me with this song?
Who?
Kai.
Oh.
He's like right here.
Oh.
Me and Kai were having a conversation about.
Yeah, you're right.
Spirits in the woods and
Yeah.
nature and things like that. I had my Garden of Eden scene and I changed it. I don't know if you noticed it.
I did. Yeah.
This is actually Kai, the picture, one of the pictures that he took while he was, connecting with whatever Elohim was in the woods at the time. But it was just it's really interesting to me about a lot of people man, they swear off technology and they're like, man, we need to get back to nature and the dirt and that's where we came from and all that. And then you have other people that are like, technology, when we were living in the dirt, we were all dying at 30, which is true, and this song is actually ironically a marriage of the two, of nature and technology, because all the technology it took to make the video, to walk around in the video, to play the instrumentation. It speaks to our advancement in technology and taking dominion over that. But at the same time, it's a celebration of, to me, it's just a celebration of nature itself. And, Aurora swims in the ether, emerald fire scars the night sky, subhanallah. Have you seen pictures of the Aurora Borealis?
I've seen pictures, yeah.
And it's emerald. It's a greenish looking, subhanallah.
Yeah. You've never seen that for real, have you?
Me and Ross, something had happened. We drove right to the Canadian border at one time. It was a pretty long drive.
Did you see it? Not like that.
Not like that. I mean, good night.
Sometimes I've always wanted to take a trip and stay at a hotel where I could see that from the window. Yeah,
we'll definitely do that. We might do it with the big homie Kai, inshallah. That would be crazy. 'Cause that's where.
That'd be super romantic.
That's where the gods meet him. Oh yeah. Sorry, Kai. Once again, the SS Sori is only going to one port, my man.
No, I mean...
I'm sorry.
It's been a romantic dream of mine for quite some time.
Well, you never used the adjective romantic before.
Well, I mean, I didn't think I needed to. But apparently.
I keep telling you, I'm not
if I don't say it, you'll invite another man along with us. So
the context... Oh, you're ridiculous.
I understand your context. I understand.
First of all, these guys are brilliant lyricists. Good night. Emerald fire scars.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the words sounded pretty, but I was like, what are...
He's talking about the world.
Yeah. So we're talking about nature throughout the whole thing. And you're saying the reason that it's a melding is because the instruments it takes. Okay, because at first when you started saying that, I thought you were saying that there was technology, worded in here, which I didn't get, so never mind.
I mean, this is
I forgot that I realized where you were going with that.
This is just nature, Emerald fire paints the twilight. So it's emerald fire scars the night sky, and emerald fire paints
Bleeds
the twilight.
The golden nectar.
I mean, these guys, man, just, it was the reason, I would take Kyle along in this excursion. It's just because, but see, I'm sorry, but if I actually was face to face with this stuff, and we should use this one for the thumbnail. If I was face to face with this stuff, I'm sorry, I wouldn't really be thinking much about you. I would be thinking about God, and I would be thinking about some, I would be aware that other people were in the vicinity, but I would just be it's you watch Lord of the Rings, right? And you you see all this, the elves and this and the orcs and it's all this supernatural stuff, but to those people it's it's just the world. And I think Lewis was kind of the one that brought this to mind. And remember that thing that we saw, and he was like, you've got rocks in your driveway that are around since Eden. And this, whoa, we live in, the world we live in is crazy. It's it's a storybook, fantasy world that we're in. We just don't realize it because we're used to it. When the first, real snowstorm happens and I can take Orion outside and, he's gonna be like, yo, bro, there's like stuff falling from the sky, and it's like, whoa, like we would be, you know, he would be like, yo, man, this is crazy, like to be fascinated with nature again and to get that childlikeness. And it's like, man, you're around some really incredible stuff. And so like if I was, and I don't know, maybe the people that, you know, live in this area
get bored of
since they were kids, maybe they're bored of it. I remember when I came here from Jamaica and saw snow. Like I had heard of snow, but I'd never seen it. I had never even seen it on TV. Like I had never seen it. I didn't know like what it was actually like. And it was like the craziest thing in the world to me.
Yeah, but those lights are not always like that, right? Isn't there seasons for it?
Well, yeah, but if you've had 30 spins around the earth,
doesn't matter. I'm still happy the first time it snows. Remember, I was like, you didn't tell me it was snowing.
Oh yeah, you're happy, but it's not. You're not fascinated. You're not like blown away as if like you lived in an environment where snow was just an idea.
Yeah.
And then you get into an environment and you see snow. Like there was nothing like that moment in my life ever. And I'm glad that I was like 4 or 5. Whereas Orion, he's gonna be like a baby. He's not gonna remember. So there's never going to be a time where...
Yeah, I didn't have one of those moments because I grew up in it.
I had the moment like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. So like if we saw something like that, we'd be like, yo, and other people, I'm sure they'd be like, yeah, isn't it beautiful, da da da. But I think if they're just around it all the time, they're just like, So it's just really, really fascinating. But these guys, you know, it just seems like they either they never got over it, you know what I mean? Like they never got over the beauty, or for one moment they were struck with some inspiration and they were like, yo, man, look what we have around us, you know? Like, this is insane. Like, look what's happening.
I like the words that they put, like, as descriptive words before other things, like the midnight wolves, the golden dawn.
Yeah, Solstafir, I think, is just...
Yeah, what is that?
It's just a way to say sunbeams. Sol, you know, sol, S-O-L, the prefix sol means the sun. So, I'm assuming, you know, like, and this means fire, I believe. So, like, the sun's fire, which would be the sun rays or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that that's what he's talking about, because the next line is amber streams from sol.
Yeah.
So, the beams of the sun. You know, like,
Yep. I like the artwork on the album cover as well.
Oh, really? It looks like an upside down crow almost.
Yeah.
The beak.
That's what I saw too.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I just think that like there's a lot of things that we take for granted, you know. And so I was talking to Kai, and he was talking about nature, and he took these pictures, and he was talking about, you know, like I don't want to. Well, he kind of made it legal, but like he was having some sort of, you know, connection in there, and I think that's real. I mean, you know, that's our. But then again, he took the picture with the camera, which is technology, you know, and so like obviously for me, it's like, and of course the Bible ends with a garden city,
right?
Like New Jerusalem is specifically called a city, but it's a massive garden, and I think like. It's the melding of those two ideas, because we were told to exercise dominion. So, at the height of humanity, we're going to be creating all this this crazy technology. But at the other hand, we're never going to get our feet off the ground, in the sense of that nature's always going to be...
There's always going to be something else to amaze us.
Yeah. Yeah, and in the new world, everything's going to be... That's what it's going to be about. You know, it's ultimately going to be about nature, and I think nature is kind of like God's sort of design, and then technology is us trying to replicate. Yeah. You know, because what is a picture? A picture is simply us trying to replicate what we saw God do. Yeah. You know, so like...
Yeah, I know. I was at Walmart the other night, and Dorian and I were leaving, and there was like this awesome moon, and I was like, oh my gosh! I'm like, look at that moon! And then he looked at it, and I'm like, it looks like a piece of art. And then I was like, wait. Because it's flipped. It's like when somebody says, oh, your mom looks like you. Right. No, I look like my mom.
Sadak. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good metaphor. So, yeah, I just thoroughly enjoyed this song a lot. And it definitely, you know, definitely puts you in a worshipful mood for sure. For sure. And it's weird. Like paganism, pagans are very, very like close to the ground and the earth, and for some reason, Western Christianity
they're too afraid.
I was just gonna say has demonized nature, which is a mind-boggling concept. Hello.
Yeah.
Even from a biblical worldview, you're still just a member of nature at some level. Good night.
I used to like when I was at my old house where I would go walking to the woods and I'd walk out to the field and sit by the water and all those different things. I mean, the water wasn't amazing, but it was still pretty.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah. What do you get the song?
A 9.8 probably for me.
No, the other thing about this song was it was not like heavy. And the drums were really, using the bass drums and the accenting but like you could tell the guitar, one guitarist in particular was really, really into it. And I just think that sometimes songs are heavy, not because they're like sonically heavy, but the subject matter.
Yeah, they put some weight into it.
It's so weighty and is so like almost in the dead center of human beings and our experience and what we're here for that it just makes you, that in itself is a form of heaviness, which a lot of bands don't like. I've listened to entire discographies worth of bands, and songs like this are very rare where the subject matter is the heaviness, and I think that's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
So I'm giving this one a 9.9 as well.
I gave it a 9.8.
Well, I gave the previous song a 9.9.
Oh, I see what you mean.
This is black metal.
There was parts where I just wanted to sing with it. It would be a fun one to sing with.
Yeah, I agree. I agree for sure. It was kind of like that Megadeth song too in the chorus. We've been getting some really, really, really good songs. I thoroughly enjoyed this song. 9.9 for me.
9.8.
Go out in nature, take a walk.
Yes.
It's gonna get cold, so do your thing, ladies and gents. Connect with the Elohim, inshallah. Vin out.
Subhanahu wa ta'ala, not your spouse. Sorry out.
Gone.